Damn. Hey guys, it's PokeDude. Welcome to Fate Grand Order. This will be my last stream of the year. Like I do every year, I'm gonna go show off my current servant collection. And I'm also doing Q&A today if you guys have any questions you want to ask me. Doesn't have to be Fate related either. Alright, I'm gonna go in order of bond level because that's the most volatile method of sorting. Actually surprised at how few servants I have left that are only bond rank 5. I think I'll try and aim to get all these guys up to 6 within the next year or so. Of course, we got Eric Bloodaxe over here. Got Caligula. I've actually kind of been raising him on the side whenever I can remember to put him on the team. Like you see, he's pretty close there. Gained a lot of respect for him during the Olympus chapter. They should really try to use him more. And they should also be showing off where they are in their append skills. Most of my servants have monoloading unlocked, unless they don't have enough coins for it. Got Sanson, he's pretty forgettable. There's Geronimo, the worst servant in the game. Didn't even bother getting his monoloading. Not even because I don't have enough coins, I just don't see a point. I'd rather use those for Grail casting. Caster Coup. Unfortunately, he's currently stuck at NP4. I could use him for farming with Koyanskaya, but I don't know if he's going to deal enough damage. Hello there, Erwin Mendoza. Did I get the new saber? Which new saber are you referring to? Oh wait, are you talking about Yamato Takeru? Because that's JP. I'm on the English version of the game. All right. Oh wait. Hold on. Was was Taigong Wang saber? I forget because kind of just read him as caster, but. Oh wait, he's not here anymore, never mind. I actually forgot what class he was, because... no, I didn't get him, if that's what you meant. Okay. Got Bartholomew Roberts. He has a really interesting Noble Phantasm effect, but pretty niche. Like, if I'm in a situation where I'm fighting low rarity enemies, I'm probably going to use... Nidochris, if anything. Tiramood. Once we hit level 6 here, we're gonna get into the more interesting servants. What's my favorite servant in the English version? That would be Nero. She's been my favorite servant since before this game came out, even actually. You'll see she's going to be one of the last servants to get to here, because I believe she's currently bond rank 14. Jill's another one I didn't bother unlocking the mono-loading for. I don't know why I would ever want to use him. Alright, and we got our first 5-star on the list here. Jacques de Molay. Got her pretty quickly. I think it was a single multi. Although I haven't had much use for her because A, foreigner, B, quick. And same with Voyager here. Oh, your first 4-star was Nero? Nice. Besides the tutorial summon. Nero Bride actually eluded me for a while. I actually had to perform a summoning ritual like on camera to get her. What episode of my series was that? 1 second. Yeah, let me look that up. Wait. Oops. Hero Pride. Yeah, if you go to episode 1154 of my video series, I put all of my Nero merchandise on a table and put my phone in front of it, and got her within 60 Saint Quartz. Serious Idol X, who I'm hesitant to ever use again because of her Noble Phantasm music. That puts a claim on the video, or it has a chance to anyway. There's Jinako. I just recorded her story in Fate Extra CCC this morning, and it's quite a little depressing, honestly. She went through a lot. Doma. I forgot that was his final art. Oh boy. Oh, yeah. I keep King Bertea on her second ascension because I like her voice lines there, but. Oh, there's Sitanai. I kind of wish I had another NP level on her, but. Oh, there's Melt. Haven't gotten to her story in CCC just yet, but so I'm looking forward to that. Mecha Elichan Mark II. And Mark 1. I do love how their final arts are like Godzilla movie posters. Here's Summer Kama. I rolled on her like mainly just to keep my perfect Sakura face collection intact. I even threw away my final chance at Oberon just because so make sure I have enough Saint Quartz. I don't pay too close attention to the Japanese version. Like I'm aware of some of the servants they add, but I generally try to avoid story spoilers. But I mean, yeah, I'd like to see more of the Tamamo 9. Also, I read the Mahabharata in the past year or so, and wouldn't mind seeing more of them. I know they're adding Bhima, which was like my favorite character in that. But although for some reason they made him a Lancer, even though he's like prime Berserker material. You got spooked by Waver while rolling for Summer Kama. Well, at least Waver is useful. Kagekyo got her from the 6th anniversary GSSR alongside an NP2 of Castoria. I don't really care for Kagekyo at all, but at least if she was a new unit, so. Mysterious Ranmaru X. I don't have much use for because I've already got Summer Kama and Space Ishtar, but at least she's a 4-star unit, or they. Hessian Lobo, who has spooked me 5 times. Actually, were they all spooks? I don't remember. Most of them were, at least. Salieri. He was a little difficult to get. Alright, so, yep. Ultra Ruler, who I also keep on First Ascension. But by the way, for the GSSR for New Year's, I'm going to be rolling on the extra AoE banner that she's going to be on it. But my goal for that is Oberon. But aside from her, I already have everyone. I don't have anyone else on it, and I wouldn't mind getting her to NP2 because her damage output's not great, but. Holmes. So I think I got John from like one of the first GSSR banners, back before they were restricted to like limited one servants, but. I remember rolling for her on the very first rate up banner, and I ended up getting waiver, and I was actually disappointed because at the time I just wanted waifus. I wasn't specifically looking at meta at the time. Meanwhile, waivers maxed out on Bond, and I barely used John at all. Summer Leonardo da Vinci. Berserk Coup Alter. I think I got him off a ticket on a White Day banner. Vlad is kind of an infamous one for me. I was rolling on the 5-star Romulus banner. Instead of Rome, I got Romania. Of course, he has had his uses. I ended up using him during the Kurdanos fight. Berserker Say, I'm really glad I got her relatively painlessly. Just wish I had a couple more NP levels on her. It's a little hard to use her at as she is now. Summer Brunhild. Adelante Altar. Oh, I forgot I had her in NB2. Beowulf. I used to consider Beowulf like one of the most forgettable servants in the game, like alongside Ari Bloodaxe. But he spooked me 5 times, and at that point I kind of had to use him. I mean, there are situations where you can do some work. Like when they opened up the that Gilgamesh interlude temporarily, I brought him along so I could one-shot the dragon. Because it had over 1 million HP. Berserker Lancelot. I got him way too late for him to be useful, unfortunately. Darius. By the way, if you haven't noticed, all of my servants are max level and max FOD, and I believe I have all of them up to at least level 4 on their skills. There's Lu Bu. Alright, Spartacus. Oh yeah, I was pretty close on him. I should get him leveled up. I mean, it's only an apple, not St. Quartz, but he's there. Comma. Sakami Hime. When she originally came out, I wasn't planning to roll for her, but she was so funny in the story, I had to throw at least one 10 pull at her, and I got her immediately, so and then she's since spooked me. Actually, no, I don't think the second one was a spook. It was on a shared raid up banner, and I missed that 50-50 shot of getting the other servants. Can't quite remember what banner that was, though. Which servant am I missing that I want the most? Right now, that would be Oberon. I I want him for that high-level farming stuff. Got Jack. Got Kichi Hogan. Yume Ren, who I, for some reason, brought up to level 10-10-10, even though I knew she wasn't very good. But she came to me pretty easily, and she's NP2 now, so... She sometimes works with Double Clay and Skya, so... I don't have a lot of good assassin options. Or, rather, there aren't many good assassin options in existence. As far as AoE is concerned. Danzo. I wish Danzo was better. I really like her design, but her skills are kind of crap. And her NP isn't that powerful either. Nidochris. Summer Nidochris. Yanqing. There's so many assassins that are just kind of nothing. Like, there's no reason to use them. Emiya assassin. Carmilla. Carmilla was my first gold assassin. So I mentioned back in the early game, I was mainly interested in having a waifu team, and the only assassin waifus at the time were Matahari and Jinkei, and I thought Jinkei looked kind of ugly, so I raised Matahari. I ended up grailing her, and that's only after that did Carmilla finally show up. And now she's MP5. Steno. Izo. Forget, did I get him to NP5 or no, just only 3? Yeah. He's limited, so it's a little hard to get him leveled up. I find it funny that he's the only 3-star, or actually, yeah, he's the only 3-star servant that has 2 Spiritron dresses. Gotaro. Hundred Personas, one that I wish I had a reason to use, but you know, it's Jekyll and Hyde. I'm not sure I've ever used them, at least, you know, aside from the story. And I guess fodder for tower events, just to avoid the cooldown issue. Jinkei. Phantom. Phantom's not a very noteworthy servant, but he does have one of the best interludes in part 1, you know, among the launch servants. Cursed Arm. I only have Corday level 6? Really? I like Corday. I kind of wish I had grailed her instead of Salome, but a little late for that, and at this point it's not really worth it, but... Kojiro. Scheherazade, who has spooked me 4 times. Initially I wasn't that impressed with her, but I've kind of grown attached to her, especially after she carried me through the full gauge combo fight during the Oku event. Santa Martha. Oh yeah, Summer Charlotte. Another one where I'd like to have another NP level. Oh, there's Miu, who I keep on first ascension just because I like having this random schoolgirl alongside all these giant buff guys and, you know, just monsters. Oh yeah, I got her at MP2. And she is somewhat useful, although usually if I need support, I'm going to bring Castoria, so... Queen of Sheba. I have her at MP5, but I'm always disappointed by her damage output. I don't know why she is so weak, even at that level, but... She never gets the kill when I need it. Yes, Irie, one of the most useless support units. I think I heard she's getting a buff. She got a buff in Japan that makes her usable. Like, not great, but like, she has a reason to be fielded. Edison, who I believe I got from the guaranteed, or from the free 4-star ticket the last time they did that. Process of elimination, since you know, obviously I'm going to go for a story locked over someone that could spook me later. Medea Lily? Asclepius. I really took him to level 9. And he's only NP1. Why did I think I was just... I think his Ascension materials were stuff that I had a lot of, and I had nothing else to spend QP on, so... Visibron. Babbage. I really should use Paracelsus more often. Because I even went and got his mono loading up to level 10, so he can instant charge with without a craft essence. Mephistopheles. I think the only time I've ever used him is for the Devilish Bodhisattva fight. Childeray, the last launch servant I ever got among the 3 stars, because he's, you know, story locked and you don't get a free copy of him. Anderson. Kind of surprised I never took his skills higher than that. Mozart. I've also never maxed out that skill, even though it's a guaranteed like starting crit. Although I've never really used a setup that would make use of it, so. Quetzalcoatl, who I used to use a lot, but I've gotten, more versatile riders since then. Ozymandias, who's just kind of redundant. I mean, I would use him if I had no other options, but... Maeve, who I got with this year's 5-star ticket. I think I've rolled for her on every single banner she's appeared on. I never got her, so I just had to use that ticket to finally bring her home. Drake. Been using her for farming the vault in the rare situations where I need to farm the vault. Cinderella. Probably going to be using her next time I need a single target Buster Rider. Canis, Summer Canis. Wasn't planning to get them. I think I made a last-ditch effort to try and get MP2 Summer Kama, and this is what came up instead. Habitrats, who I previously streamed rolling for MP5 on her. I've since gotten several more copies. Summer Carmilla. Mandracardo. Another one that I'll pretty much never use. If anyone keeps up with the Chaldea break rooms on Twitter, they post them every once in a while. They did one for Mandracardo, and usually there's a tip section on the page explaining how to best use them. For him, it just said, put him in the back of your party and race his bond, because he's your buddy. Like, even they know he's worthless. Red hair. Who I sadly only have an MP4. Alexander. I think the only reason he's this high on bond is because he frequently shows up as a bonus servant during events. Same with Boudica. Although I think I just want to inch her up to level 7 just to get that quartz. If I had Romulus, I could probably use her with him. Well, seeing who I keep at for a second ascension. I would go with third if it weren't for the whole NP situation. Or actually, well, actually not even third. I would go with the Spiritron dress. I did toss a couple tickets at the current banner to try and get her to NP2, but it didn't work out. Ritra, who I made ample use of during the Beast 4 raid. Guess I'm gonna have to try and get her up to 7 soon too. Enkidu. Brunhilde. Karna. As I recall, I actually got Karna during the during Summer 2. Like, that was back when, you know, all the servers were on one, you could get like a bunch of servers on one banner. I think I got every server on the banner in descending order from what most wanted to least wanted, and then I got Karna at the end, or near the end. I was aiming for NP2, Caster Nero, but yeah, I think after this point I just stopped because, like, what more can you expect than getting everyone on the banner? There were like 5 servants on there almost. Okay, Skahak, who I got during, what was it, during her Grailfront event? That was when I wasn't planning to roll on, but I had a good feeling, and she showed up right away. Percival. Who I actually found to be really damn good as a an arts an arts looper. Glad I have him at MP2. I usually go with Lambda instead, but you know, he's there as an option. Yume Ren, Summer. Nerys. She would be better if her instant death applied after dealing damage, but no dice. Jin Yu, who has, I believe, spooked me twice. And kind of a nothing servant. Valkyrie. Got them and Xin Liang Yu in the same banner. Wow, I forgot I got them to MP3. Maybe I should use them more. Neza. I've gotten some use out of her, but it's rare that the situation calls for her. Parvati, who was the last Sakura face I got, aside from Summer Kama, because she came out after, but that's despite the fact that she's the only unlimited one. Vlad. I got relatively recently from a spook. For anyone who's unaware, this guy's name is actually pronounced Finn McCool, which is an amazing name. Inshun, who's kind of like a Lancer Super Orion, honestly, but just not my style of fighter. Hector. There was a point in time where I was aiming to raise this Romulus, because he's, at the time, he was essentially a 3-star Lancer version of Nero. Like, very similar skill set. But, like, power creep caught up and kind of fell behind. Prototype Coup. Gareth. Oh wow, that close to level 7. I gotta gotta finish her off there. Benkei is another one that is only as high as he is because of how often he shows up on event support or event bonus. Sei. I rolled hard for her purely because of her voice actress. I've become a big fan of Fyro Ai. Summer Altria, who I ended up getting from a GSSR last year, I think. Arjuna. One of the very few 5-stars that I haven't gone to 10-10-10 yet. I probably should, but I've been kind of at a crystallized lore deficit, and once I have like a big stockpile of them again, I'll finish them off. Nikola Tesla. Pretty sure I've told this story a few times, but on the day I got him, like I was at work at FedEx, like loading the delivery trucks, and there's some birds hanging up in the rafters, and on this day, one pooped on my head. Then I heard that that's apparently good luck, so I just went and tossed a ticket at the banner, and I got him. I'm on Sith. I'm glad I got her to NB3, so she can be useful if I need a quick archer. Oh yeah, and I keep her at 2nd Ascension, because 3rd is... Summerelia. You know how rare it is for a card to actually look good when oriented this way? Usually, like if they're kind of oriented sideways, they look like they're upside down when you do this. So I'm really happy this one is slanted that way. Santa Nightingale. Why isn't this an outfit for her? Like the nurse outfit? They could have made that a Spiritron dress. Oh yeah, and I've got 2 more copies of her. One at first ascent, one at level 40 and one at level 1. Just she can fill in some niche roles for specialized teams. I haven't actually made use of that yet, but I've heard recommendations to keep her there, so. Because I know BB is really good in certain situations at level 1, and I tossed my extra copies of her away, so didn't want to make that mistake again. Summer Osakabe Hime. Ashwataman. Alright, I have him at level 3. I've got a lot of archers at level 3. And Summer and Mary, who I got on the same GSSR as Summer Castoria. Or not Castoria, Altria. Let me see. Tristan. I actually have an MP4. Faratota. You know what we need? More events where low rarity servants got higher damage boosts than high rarity ones. Then maybe I could have a reason to bring these guys out once in a while. Kid Gil. David. I think there was a point in time where I was trying to use him, but kind of forgot about him for a while. Paris. Same with him. I think I almost considered grailing him in at one point. Nobukatsu, who I have well over 1,000 coins for, from just because of the fact that he's a 1-star that gave as much as a 3-star. Arash, who you might be surprised to see is only level 6. I never really used him for farming. I think by the time I learned how useful he was, I had plenty of other options. Muramasa, who sadly is not as... I don't have a reason to use him very often. Ibuki. I should keep her at 2nd Ascension, but I like the 3rd Ascension art, so... or Final Ascension, rather. Oops, oh, Nero Bride, who I mentioned earlier, I had to perform a ritual to summon her. Sadly, only NP1. As much as I love Nero, I don't know if I can justify spending the quartz on any more NP levels at this point. Bargus, who I keep at 2nd Ascension like the other Tamlins. 2nd Ascension is just the best one for all of them. And she is NP4. So, I know she's like super useful in some fights, but I've actually been using her for farming lately, but yeah, I gotta learn how to use her for like tougher fights, because she's got some crazy abilities on her NP and skills. Santa Carna. I don't understand why he's a saber. Suna. Have I not looked at his profile yet? Is he... Oh yeah. So my policy is to only read the profiles after they're fully unlocked. And in a lot of cases that means waiting for an interlude to be released. By the way, Aries say earlier, hers is apparently still not unlocked even in Japan. Like, they just... It's been a mystery for several years. Saito Hajime, who's MP2. But he's kind of outclassed by Summer Hokusai here. Lan Ling. Another one that I think is only level 9 because I had a lot of resources at the time. I'm not using him for much. Saber Jeramood. Gwaine, who I got relatively recently. It took a while for him to show up for me. Saber Lancelot, who I know can do a crazy amount of damage in the right situation, but Rama, who I actually used to use quite a bit for a single target anyway. Being MP3 helps there. Dion. I remember there was a point in time where I was using them because they were surprisingly helpful with their skills, but that's more for like stalling tactics, which is not my style. Silver Lily, who I have had since launch. They gave her out like for anyone who logged in like during the first, I don't know, month of the game. I forget how long the distribution period was. Sadly, she was really weak at the time, and even though she's gotten upgrades since then, like, there are so many better Buster Sabers. Bedivere. NP2. Fergus. Another one that's just kind of forgettable. Abby. I used to use her a bunch because like the buff removal before dealing damage was pretty powerful, and then there's her first skill, and yeah. Actually, all her skills, really. Although, usually if I need a single target foreigner these days, I bring double X. Summer Kiara. Who actually does do damage before inflicting instant death. Combine her with double Castoria, and you got a pretty powerful farming team. PP. And I finally understand this background, since I'm playing CCC. I think once I'm done with that game, I need to read through the Seraph event again. Because I did not have any context for what was happening at the time. Estrella. Wait, do I have her at MP5 or... Oh, 4. Yeah, once in a while she's useful. The rarest welfare servant, Summer or Santa Quetzalcoatl. Because this event never got a rerun. Kijo Koyo. Oh, I forgot I had her... I switched her to this during the last event because in her first ascension she counts as a wild beast, but not in second or third. I was going to switch her back afterwards. Okay. Oh, why am I all the way back up here? Okay. Berserk. Summer Jalter. Penthesilea. I believe I have an NP5. Nope, only 3. Never mind. I have a lot of single target berserkers at high NP levels. Fran, who I know I have at NP5. Or wait, I could have sworn I had her at NP5. God damn it. Oh boy. Oh, that's right. It was Tamamo Cat who was NP5 because both of them have the issue with getting stunned and they're AoE quick, and yeah. Mori, who I recently got to NP5. Sadly, he's not that useful. Asterios. He's one I've kind of arbitrarily put in the back a lot for raising bond. Never really used him though, even though This Noble Phantasm is deceptively actually pretty useful. Shujin Doji. I wish I had another NP level on her because she's pretty good, but at NP1 the damage is a little low. Okida J Soji. Keep her at first ascension just because I like the black bikini look. And the jetpack. By the way, what is it with AoE quick servants and inflicting stun on themselves? Like, the whole point of quick is to power up the next turn. It's like, why always the stun? Although actually, this one's only on the turn they use it, but. Gray. By the way, for any newer players, Gray will be available in a couple weeks when they rerun her event. Although you have to have at least started Lost Belt 3 to participate. Wu Zetian. So she's often a go-to for me when I need a single target quick assassin. Just because I have her at NP5. Summer Skahak. Son of Serenity. Another one that I wish I could use more often, but just never comes up. Tamamo. I keep her at second ascension because I don't really care for the gaudy dress of the third ascension. I believe I got her from a 5-star ticket. Sadly, I got her like way after she stopped being like super useful, but she still can supplement Castoria's buffs, so I bring her out once in a while. What the heck? Oh, sorry, I lost my place there for a second. Got Caster Shuten. Sieg, another one I need to be careful about using in my videos because of the background music. Usually the sound effects drown it out, but once in a while the algorithm catches it. Same too, because he's pretty good at for farming. Got Caster Gill. MP4. Nursery Rhyme, who has spooked me way more than 5 times. Actually, I don't know if it's way more, but it's enough that I have 2 of her pen skills unlocked. Got Halloween Elizabeth. Well, I might use more often now that she has an NP battery. Medea. She's like power creep just passed her by, but in the very early games, she was actually pretty damn useful for being able to instant charge a Noble Phantasm and remove buffs from the enemy. But these days, a lot of instant charging is kind of expected for quick kills, and a lot of enemies have unremovable buffs. Shakespeare. Another one they kind of just arbitrarily have in the back a lot. I never really use them. Ryoma, who I've come to respect a lot recently. Like, he always used to get outclassed by Ryder Kentoki, but since Castoria is now the top support instead of Scotty, He's kind of my best option when I need a single target rider. That said, I'm surprised Kitoki's only level 7. Because I did use him a lot. As far as single targets go. And these two I need to use more often. Because I actually have them at NP5. And since they have this 1 HP Guts now, they synergize really well with Chen Gong. I 4-turned Goetia when that rerun fight happened earlier this year. Oh, hey there, Misaki. How are you? And hey there, Astolfo. Your Wi-Fi was bad, Astolfo. I understand that happens. Yeah. Yep. All right, so we have Marie Antoinette, who is, I believe, NP5. Yep. Sadly, I haven't had much use for her, but she's there if I really need an AoE quick rider. Oh, actually, no. If I need an AoE quick rider, I use Achilles. Like, I literally do not need her. Columbus, one that I also just raised because I feel like it. He's only NP3 though. I've always loved this Final Ascension art. Got Blackbeard. Single, when are we getting this as a Spiritron dress? Like, this is cool, but I want the goofy t-shirt. Yes, Blackbeard is a good part of every summer event since 3. Oh yeah, the Ascension art makes you want to raise Columbus Misaki. Yep. A lot of low rarity servants have really good Final Ascension art. There's Kagetora. There's Medusa Lily. Did I have her at NP5 or I'm gonna guess 4. Nope, 3. Yeah. She spooks me sometimes. Got Ku here, who is ridiculously overpowered during Grail fronts, but otherwise I usually don't bring him out. Leonidas. Calamity Jane, who I wish I had more NP levels on. But, yeah, once in a while I've got a use for that third skill. Santa Altera. Who is still one of the best single target archers. Like I said earlier that I would use Tristan and Balmont Sith, but usually I end up going with her. Leonidas walks so Ushiwakamaru could run animation-wise. Yeah, I guess so. Atalante, who MP3. I've actually she's actually one of the few quick servants that's actually good for farming. You can use her with double Scotty. I used to use her to farm for shells on the observatory in Babylonia. Robin Hood. He's one that shows up a lot in events. That's why he's so high here. Especially summer events, because he's got that outfit. Got my Saber Astolfo. Musashi. Another one I wish I had multiple NP levels on. Got Summer Fran. Brave Elizabeth. So before she got an upgrade during the Halloween event. This actually, the third skill actually costs 100% of your gauge, and just for a random effect. Siegfried. I believe these are all spooks, or one might have been on rate up, but yeah, don't have much use for him. Got Jason. But I was working on raising. Like, he's actually pretty decent for farming in the right circumstances. Oh, the Brave Elizabeth Exhibition Quest in Guildfest. I don't quite remember what that is, but I do know like those exhibition quests did get pretty creative. Got Mash here, who's all maxed out, level 8 on Bond and level 90 and all that. I decided to go for her third Ascension or pen skill instead of her second. Because usually if you're going to use her, it's a longer fight, and in long fights, it's not important to have a high starting gauge. Meanwhile, those long fights are often against extra class enemies, so the extra damage adds up. I'm shocked that we are still at NP3 with her after all this time. They could have given her NP4 after Avalon, you know? Got Summer BB, who I like to keep on the untanned second Ascension. Oh, you gave your mash the gold foes? That's dedication. Right, got Passion Lip here, who I keep at second Ascension. I just like that outfit the most. I guess I should be thankful that she doesn't have the same outfit she has in CCC, because all my videos for her chapter got demonetized. Just because of her outfit. Got Gorgon. I wish I had a reason to use her more. I didn't even have her at NP2 so she could do some damage, but I mean, I've got Avenger covered with Space Ishtar forever. Summer Nobu. Only MP1, but once in a while I have a reason to bring her out. I guess during summer events when she has the bonus. Kyuhime. One that I did consider grailing at one point. Never really got around to it, though. Koyanskaya, who surprisingly I have not already gotten up to 10. Oh yeah, I keep her at first Ascension. I like the cat suit. She'll get to 10 eventually, just because she's a farming unit, but... Shiki. One that I have to avoid using now because of the music sometimes getting claimed. Got Summer Nero, who I also keep at first Ascension, just preference for the outfit. By the way, this outfit is actually an alternate costume in CCC. Even at P1, her damage output is pretty high. Got Ilya, another one that I keep at first ascension. Actually, funny story with her. So her event, like the first time I ran, it was like right after the very first summer event. During that summer event, I spent, it was like 50 or 60 tickets, and I got 0 servants from it. And I was getting a little pissed. And then like I got her on the first 10 poll after that. Got Summer Ishtar. Santa Altar. Neat. For a while, she was actually like the best AoE rider, but or at least among the busters. Of course, power creep got away from us, and just now that without a battery, there's not much reason to bring her out. Ushiwakamaru, another one that is only high because she always shows up on as a bonus servant. It is insane how often she's up there. That's also the main reason I took her up to 999, because once in a while I actually use her for that. John d'Arc Alter Santa Lily Lancer. Jaguar Warrior is another one that I just keep in the back because I like her. I usually don't actually... I think I kind of one-handed number of times I've like, seriously used her in a fight. Original Archer Nobu. Who newer players will be able to get... Was it next year or the year after? Unless they give it to us early. But yeah, they're... Actually, I think it's 2025, but... Got Uriel. The #1 killer of male sabers. If you're wondering why her monoloading is level 4, it's because her NP battery is not an even 30, so there's no reason to take her. There's no real advantage to taking it up to level 10. Suzuka Gozen, who another one that I have at level 5, but I use her occasionally. But these days, when I need a Buster Saber, I usually bring out Barghest. Van Gogh, who I've been keeping in the back to intentionally get to level 10 so I could use her Bonsi. I don't actually use her much in battle. Ibaraki Doji. Used to use her all the time as my go-to berserker. MP5 helps there. Mysterious Heroine X. I'm pretty sure I just had in the back a lot. Actually, I guess I used to use her some, but... Oh, what flavor snack Shiki's eating? Oh, it's actually, let me get back to... I think that's a strawberry Haagen-Dazs. Like in the movies, like it's like literally Haagen-Dazs, like the actual brand. It's Helena, who's I've been using to farm lately, so she's gotten pretty high. I'm using her because Nitocris is maxed out, and I haven't decided if I want to give her another lantern yet or not. Got Achilles here, who's my #1 rider. Gotten him 4 times. 2 of those were in a single multi, if I remember correctly. He's just really damn good. Lambda, I mentioned earlier, is usually my go-to for Arts Lancers. MP2. Chloe, who I just recently grailed up to 100, mainly because I had all these grails sitting around and had no one to use them on. And she's my best single target archer, so... Also, eventually I'll be able to unlock her pen skills. Alright, you got... Oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay, so you got Emiya here, who's very close to level 10. I've used him for farming on occasion. He also gets bonuses a lot. He's MP5. Got OG Saber, also very useful for farming. At MP2. Let's see, I believe one of those was from a GSSR, and the other was a spook when I was trying to roll for, I think, Mysterious Heroine X. Or X Alter, actually. Okay, so either Misaki, either my chat is slow or like you're way behind on the on the stream. Oh, you're not going to see this for a few minutes at this rate. Got Saber Alter, who's pretty much performs the same function as regular Saber, except not as well. But she's MP3 and she's a 4-star, so I used to slot her a lot more often. Got Caesar here, who I was working on raising just because. I've actually went and grailed him, because with his Noble Phantasm upgrade, he is insanely powerful. I actually went and built a whole lineup just for him. Just to like one-shot any enemy that doesn't have a break bar. Got Space Ishtar, who I keep at 2nd Ascension. Kind of been slacking on using her. Like, I actually try to avoid using her when I don't need to. Partly because I did want to get hit level 10 too quickly, but also because her MP animation's a little long. But there's no denying that she is one of the best, especially at MP3. Also Max Fode. Got Angermanyu, level 10 of course, because you have to do that for his interlude. Luckily I knew about that ahead of time and just kept him in my party forever after I first got him. I'd spent like 500,000 friend points to get him on the day he was added. Cha-Cha. I used to use her a bunch for farming, so that's why she's already level 10. Like, for a while, it's actually a little hard to keep a Berserker intact for farming because they always end up hitting level 10 too quickly. Same here with Tamamo Cat. Heracles, I intentionally I kept in the back to get up to level 10 for his Bonsi, because you know how useful that is. He is NP4. He was actually stuck at NP2 for a good long while. Salome is one that I also just kept in the back just to raise because I like her. I kind of regret railing her, if I'm going to be honest. I don't use her that often. Then again, I guess you could say the same about Matahari, but... Merlin. I actually got him up to level 10 during Avalon, because he's kind of past his usefulness now. But when I do need him, I've got his Bonsi. Oh yeah, during the, there was that bonus, there's that, yeah, there's that bonus GSSR we got, it was last year, or early this year, that I ended up getting NP2 Merlin on, which was like my least desirable outcome. And I was very disappointed by that. Although that NP2 actually did end up saving me during the summer event, because I was just barely survived with a couple HP, which was the bonus from NP2 from an otherwise run-ending attack. I got Chen Gong here, who I've also maxed out. Unlike Arash, I actually did use him for farming a bit. Still bring him out once in a while when I need a specialized setup. I've considered giving him a lantern. Got Ryder Astolfo here, who of course is level 10. I used to use him for farming a bunch. NP2. Martha's one that I think I just kept in the back a lot. I'm not sure how I got her up to 10 so easily. Her damage output's actually not that impressive even at level 5, but... Also, I guess she was also one of my best rider options for a while. Medusa's another one that I got up just because I like her. I mean... Giorgio's I kept specifically to get his Bonsi, since that could be useful for challenge quests. I also have a level 1 version of him for certain situations. Ishtar. Basically my go-to archer for farming for a while. Scotty. I've considered giving her another lantern, but, you know, Quick isn't as useful as it used to be, so been hesitant to do that. Got Elizabeth, my very first 4-star from the tutorial summon. I've been working on max foeing her. Although, haven't really given... for some reason, I haven't given her another lantern yet. She is, of course, NP5. Got Castoria, who's obviously a high MP level because I use her all the time for farming. It's kind of hard not to. Bunyan. I used her a bunch for farming too because of her short NP animation. I would give her a Bond Grail, but since she doesn't have an NP battery, she doesn't really work with double Koyanskaya. Weaver, who, again, like, he's useful, but I've got Castoria now, so I don't really have a reason to give him another Lantern. Nitocris, who, again, I've been debating about giving it a Lantern too. The problem is power creep's kind of getting in the way, and like, her damage output's not that high, even at NP5. It's high enough for low-level farming, but I don't think I can tackle a 90-plus node with her. Or plus. And of course, my all-time favorite, Nero. I've actually avoided using her so she doesn't get to 15 too quickly, but I think I'm going to aim to try and get her up there this year. Or this coming year. Because there's Draco around the corner, and I'm going to... I'll tell you right now, I'm going to aim to try and NP6 her, because I want to max her out. I'm actually one copy of this Nero away from being able to get her third pen skill, on top of being level 120. Oh yeah, and also I gave her all my faux paws. All of her attack cards are maxed out too. And right now I'm saving all the faux paws I get for Draco. I want to get her as close to max as possible once she arrives. And my only Bond rank 15 servant, Matahari. I've told the story before about how she was my main assassin in the early game. Because of her growth curve, she actually gained stats pretty quickly and was really useful against the hordes of wyverns. But then I just kind of kept her in the back because being a one-star servant, she was low cost and she could just soak up all those bond points. But now I can't do anything else with her. I think once in a while I'll bring her out for like a Grail front or something, but yeah, don't have much use for her beyond that. Alright, that was my entire servant collection as of the end of 2023. Alright, so thank you for watching, everyone. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Get out of here. Yeah, so tomorrow we've got the epilogue to Tunguska, which will be going up as an uncommented video like always. But it's also going to be the GSSR. I'm going to go all in on Koyanskaya of Darkness. Got 180 Sync Quartz there and a bunch of summon tickets. I think about 40 right now. I've got CCC going up every day except tomorrow. I'm going to be too busy with FGO to upload an episode of that. And then on Saturday next week, Misaki is going to be joining me again, and we're going to be playing through Pokemon Red. It's Misaki's first time playing it, and it's not going to be a normal playthrough. I'm going to show off as many glitches as I can. It's going to be a wild ride. So yeah, see y'all later.